Number 2.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Man, okay, there's a lot to talk about. Let's start with the Arlet mid, Hirashi.
Is the Arlet mid with the tenacity emblem, so just trying to be as aggressive as possible. Maybe the idea is having Dreams being the real damage dealer and having a quote-unquote tanky hero that can help with the wave clear and supplement the crowd control. We've seen it done with a Grok before, but with Grok in the jungle, Arlet gets put there instead. So it's definitely an interesting choice by Coach Age, but he's not called the mad scientist for nothing.
Let's see, Keyboy already dealing some damage right now with Sounds to be able to find that passive. Dreams might just be picked off. First blood over to Keyboy with that scythe on the Ruby. Presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. Fun fact, the King of Marksman is on a mage.
Yeah, it's definitely something that he's not really comfortable with, or maybe he's practicing it on his own. A lot of times after seeing Katera just very, very dominant in this hero. But so far, of course, it's just only one skirmish, but Hijime, in terms of wave clear, it's not really a problem, right? Especially if supported by Dreams and Toss. Wave clear is not a problem, but I feel like the problem here lies towards Keyboy might be getting clipped down. Oh my god, what? I don't get it! I don't get it! How?
Every time, man.
Keyman.
Every time Evos go for something, Onic will be able to stave off that play, lose nothing, and with the member advantage on the other side, they get their EXP laner ahead. It's already a very strong lane for the Yutong going up against the Lapu Lapu, especially in the early game when Psychots does not have any sustain built into his kit. Now with a death to his name, it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, but you gotta watch out though. After Psychots getting that Bravest Fighter, it's going to be a whole different story for Boots. Gotta have to be careful to actually landing on those kind of stunts from Lapu Lapu and getting chunked out before that Black Dragon form is going to be useful in the team fights. But right now, it's a turtle dance for Kairi, might be eyeing for another turtle.
As the Black Dragon form popped up, Taz going to be able to find the position right now, but it's going to be bursted down just like that. Taz finds the wall charge, but the turtle will go to Kairi on that Fredrin. Bottom side, Onic going to be able to push the tempo. They are going for the enemy purple buff. The Retribution to play with. Dreams can certainly go for the steal right now, or Hijime even. But I don't think they'll be able to pick it up. It's still going to be Kairi with the Appraiser's Wrath.
2k gold lane in the third minute. This is in the top lane too. It's a losing matchup for Browns.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not really well versed with gold lane. Talk to me about this matchup, Mirko.
What, CW, Melissa versus Valentina? No, that's not a good matchup for the Valentina. But they're playing strong side for it, not the Lapu. It feels like Evos Legends, they kind of drafted themselves two weak side or weak matchups, I'd say. They're playing around brands, but there's just no kill pressure that Valentina can place on CW. Hijime, though, can definitely put some kill pressure down with the final slash, with the wild charge, with everything, and the kitchen sink thrown at Keyboy. That's the first kill for Evos Legends. Unfortunately, it was just a roamer pick.
Yeah, it's a roamer, and they use 5 ultimates to ensure that, and they lose a lot of pressure, a lot of gold from the turret plating. Hijime even taken so low, but this is the pressure we've been talking about. For Evos, though, I did mention the Terizla matchup. We've seen Psychots pull it off before, so I was quite curious, because on paper, they do the same thing, right? They dive at the back line, they sustain, and they have a very solid lane. Maybe there's a mobility issue, a mobility concern, but Onic, they are not letting up right now. They have the advantage. They make sure that CW gets ahead, knowing that Boots is in safe hands with 3 assists.
I think the matchup, though, like, Lapu Lapu is definitely... of course, Teresa also wins out against Hizong, but when you up against Melissa with a go away, the Bravest Fighter actually goes through that go away. That's not the case with Ridzla, so I feel like that has been really taken into consideration for Coach Age here on the Lapu Lapu pick over Ridzla, but I do agree that Ridzla might be a better pick here, especially against Son. With a Flicker combo with Penalty Zone, it's going to be a lot of things to handle, but Dreams eyeing for a cheeky pick here.
That's what he has to do as a Kadita, looking for those opportunities, but he will be too far away from the turtle. Once again, Onic, they don't go for that play, they don't get baited, and with the Black Dragon form, they initiate that play.
What a dodge, a sidestep by Kairi. Taz now caught in the midst of it all, gonna be walked down by CW as Kairi goes into the back line. Boots as well, finds the kill. CW with the muddles. The barrier's right there. CW just playing with him at this point. He dashes forward. There's a sorry Uwu, but CW, he does not forgive.
My god, Kairi says to Evos fam, this your jungler, this your jungler. And as you can see here, 3 Evos and 3 Onyx. And Dreams might be in trouble.
Dreams is in trouble. That's going to be the chain CC, the Petrify used defensively. Oh, the Retry almost taking Dreams down. Ladies and gentlemen, Onic with a 5,000 gold lead. Look at what CW's doing. Also just denying the minions from the turret, taking it away as they invade enemy jungle. Taz will now be 3 levels below Kyrie.
Bottom turret only taken
Oh my god!
Too. Okay. It's just disrespectful at this point, man. Evos, they're creative, but
oh man!
3, 2, 4, CW, 2W, it's CWWW right now.
I'm telling you, man, CW is the best Melissa in the league.
I'm saying it. You gotta feel bad for Hijumi, man. He just stuck against the wall. He can't do anything. That's the interaction with the go away. On the emblems, nothing really like stands out. But the tenacity for both Hijumi and Keyboy just hints that those are going to be the main front lines. Because Taz right now, he is having a very sad time as Dreams goes for this play.
Yeah, Keyboy with the angle offended brings Dreams back. That's going to be the wild charge connecting onto the back line right now. But look at CW and Sans still free hitting. Keyboy going to fall. Sans flying by. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Evos Legends. Psychnuts with a flicker only onto Kyrie, the frontliner. CW still alive. Now decides to open it up once again. Brand steals away the feathered airstrike. Still, with a 2-for-1, it's strange to see that Onic is still in control.
It's a bit greedy there for Onic, just knowing that Boots has a good position in the backline, but didn't realize that Psychots and Hijuma is just too much to handle in team fights. Bravest Fighter connects to a lot of people there, and Final Slash bringing everyone towards the turret, towards turret aggro. But right now, Evos might be eyeing for the first little of the match.
Oh, everything used the cannon. Keyboy still able to survive right now. Not even the Bravest Fighter takes him down. As it's going to be CW hitting the back line for the airstrike as well. Even the turtle. You cannot make this up. Kyrie in a 50-50. It's always 100 and 0. It's 100% for Kyrie, 0% for Taz, and the purple buff. Kyrie, my God, 9, 10, 11, 3 levels ahead again in this matchup. 7.9k. Sans flying over. Look at him. He's jiggling. He's flying. He's dodging. And Brands misses everything. It's still going to be him taken very low. Dreams now looking to play. Sans with the Purify gets out. The feather airstrike comes down. Sans.
Everyone ridiculous, man. Just 50-50. Even though it favors Evos Legends there, there's not much members of Onic Esports in that vicinity, and Evos still losing the 50-50 on the graph.
Arashi, explain.
It's just full control from Onic, man. So much crowd control, so much burst damage, and the execution is impeccable. Evos Legends, they need a big combo like they did earlier. A big Final Slash into a wild charge combo, and maybe a follow-up from Dreams, because otherwise, they're about to lose this game, man, as Brett gets zoned away.
Look at Kyrie. Unfazed. Walking them down, taunting them. Standing in front, taking the power of nature, going back in. Look at him. He doesn't stop. Taz with a wild charge. Finds the wall, but not much else. The Final Slash to swoop Kyrie on a different direction to say, hey, stop.
Oh my God, it's a 10k gold lead, 11k actually right now, with also 9 kills difference in the 9 minute. It's just absolute domination. I think this might be the easiest game if this goes through the late game, and Onic wins it. This might be the easiest match in this MPL ID so far.
Might be the quickest, right?
Yeah.
I mean, holy moly, man. It's unreal. Again, Kyrie still consistently 3 levels ahead. He's about to be 4 levels ahead of Taz, and that just might be the biggest level differential we've seen from a jungler. Yeah, he is now.
That's just how Onic plays. They get ahead, they ensure that the jungler does not have a game to play. When the jungler can't do anything, Kyrie takes full control, and you're seeing it right here. Taz is by no means a weak jungler. He has solid retribution, but what can you do when you're just so behind and you're not being given any gold, any item at all? Once again, Onic will be going for a free Lord uncontested. The only thing Evos can do is to sit around and hope that someone strays into their sights.
It's a tricky part for Dreams here in the late game, because of course Kadira is not really good at high ground potential, but you have to be able to own this push and not getting caught by the roamers and the strong frontliners for Onic. So yeah, it's definitely a big task for him, but you can see the in-game equipment here, just way too much difference.
Look at the gold difference, Arashi, between the mid lane and the gold lane.
Look at the goal difference between the junglers as well. That's painful to look at.
3K?
Yeah, that is insane. And look at the items too. Like the early Queen's Wings from Kyrie, this is for him to get more regeneration, more survivability to ensure he doesn't give away the shutdown and to ensure that he can keep making these crazy plays. And whoa, Boots!
Oh, read that like a book, Miracle. Like, that's a really good prediction. Like, how could you predict that?
The reaction time on this man is insane. And now with the high ground available, I don't think it's enough for the side of Evos.
Look at CW. Look at him. He's using the models out of range. Using the attack assist right there. Taz going to be knocked up, and he will most probably be taken out. Sans picks up the unstoppable. The base turret has fallen here. Psychos in the back line, looking for the flanks, but it's only on to the front two members. CW still free, hitting in the back line, and Psychos uses the bravest fighter defensively. Hijume jumps in, only to get taunted down and slain by the Dragon. Onic with a 14,000. What? 14,000 gold lead. Is that real, Sans? Going in the back line once again. It's going to be Brand stunned up. 14,000 gold lead in the 11th minute of the game. That's more than 1,000 gold lead per minute. They're building for a 15,000 gold lead. Taz, Psychots, and Brands now with the barrier placed down. That's the models once again. CW going to be able to dish out damage in the front line. Picking up the monster kill. Not even Keyboy falling there. And it is a 15,000 gold lead. Keyboy survives. 16K in a bit as CW goes for the base turret down below. 16,000. Have you ever seen that?
That's the highest I've seen ever, I think. Or at least in a long time, we haven't seen this big of a disparity. Now Evos are able to defend, but look at the bottom turret, man. It survives with one. Grandma.
Not gonna lie, this root mid has been playing out way better than I thought. Of course, if you take a look at it theoretically, against Katira, against Psychos going in with the bravest fighter, it's gonna work really well, just canceling out all the potential coming in from Evos Legends. And the engage too is just impeccable so far. Another turret falls down for Onic.
This might be it. This might be the 16,000 gold lead power spike. Sans! Oh my god! He flew through the wall, but he will be punished. That's what you get for doing that, Sans. But now Dreams in the back line. Going to be able to burst the frontliner. CW is still in the back, pretty safe. Boots finds the Greener's Dime, also two members. Brands dealing no damage, tickling Keyboy. And CW now jumping in with the Inspire and the Go Away. Going to be able to dish out so much damage as Dreams will be able to escape. Onic looks for the end right now as Taz looks for an opening once again, but the Abraser's Wrath does that much damage to a tank. Evos surviving another day in the land of Dawn. But Onic will just say, you know what? I think it's time for the Enhanced Lord.
I feel like Sans is just giving another life for Evos. At this point, like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the ballsiest play on the board. It's just going in, just very risky. And I feel like it's just made Onic's game much harder. Not much harder, but a bit trickier for them, you know. But right now, it's still Onic on the driver's seat. 15K, 14K frame rate still, and another Lord will fall to Kyrie. I don't know, like, if I could say that or not, but it's still 50-50. We'll see.
I think Onic is going to go for a fight instead. If Evos dare to even show themselves in this neutral objective,
they have
you
to
can
Hail
bet
Mary.
that Onic is going to go in. So Evos Legends, they're going for it, but they're already forced to send Dreams back up. So no flank potential, and that's going to be Hijume flickering away. So little available for Evos, so much to do. If they can pull this off, this is going to be one of the biggest miracles in MPL ID as Boots goes in.
Does now looking for the retribution, having the wild charge. Psychos going to be zoned away as Boots jumps into the back line, but for the airstrike comes down as well. Psychos with the bravest fighter to be melted down before he can actually do anything. Meanwhile on the bottom side, Hijume falls. CW picks up the legendary. Psychos is next on the chopping block. Keyboy looking for the stun. That's the Petrify. Furious dive. Perfectly chained. Lord slain. 16,000 gold lead in a bit as they clear out the waves. That's 15.9. There you go. That's the golden number for Onic. Brand stealing away the feathered airstrike, trying to pop it right now. Sans again is going to be able to use the wings by wings to get a vantage point. Now it's a feather airstrike by Brand, but he's going to be flickering out to safety. 16.5K gold lead, the most you've ever seen in a competitive match. A stomp.
I think stomp is an understatement. I'm speechless. Just every L that's in this match has been taken by Evos, except for the exchange and Sans going in, just way too risky. I feel like that's the only W Evos has in these two games. Just insane how dominant Onic right now.
What the heck was that? What the heck was it? Like, for real, Evos